Hello all, in today's video we would be talking about another interesting HR elective called Leadership Skills and Change Management. This one is a particularly favorite session of mine to deliver, favorite course of mine to deliver. I truly believe that leaders can either make or break the organization. So if you're talking about Steve Jobs transforming Apple on one side, and for want of a better example, Ramalingam Raju destroying Satyam, or the image of Satyam, at least for a while, making an indent, making a bad dent in the goodwill and the reputation of the organization. So very important topic, and particularly as you aspire to become future leaders in your workplaces. This one is very important. This elective is important to talk to you about what makes great leaders, what makes effective leaders, how do you measure their impact. It's not enough to have leadership traits. Do they really contribute to the growth of the organization? What are the complexities that could come in their way while they are trying to make an impact through the leadership in the organization? And dwell a little more on the change management function of leaders. So while we will be talking about all the other roles that a leader plays in terms of being a mentor and providing the vision and the goal and guiding the employees and the executives of the organization in achieving organizational goals and making an impact, um, one of the critical functions I feel that a leader plays is to be able to manage, drive, change. So that would be a major component of this elective. You will notice familiar words on your screen. These are certain topics that we have already touched upon in the first semester: organizational behavior under the leadership chapter, as well as we had power as a different chapter. We had organizational change and culture as a different chapter. So while there were only 2 or 3 sessions devoted to these topics, here we go into greater details into each of these important topics under leadership. Moving on to the change part, like I said earlier, a key function or a deal maker or a deal breaker for a leader is how successfully and how effectively can a leader um, navigate change. Either you're driving change or you are at least, being able to take your organization through that change and dealing with change. Change management becomes a very important test, I would say, a litmus test for leaders. So in this module, we speak about change management and different kinds of changes, what factors drive change, or what are the factors that lead to resistance to change, and more importantly, what is the leader's role in assessing the need for change and preparing the organization for change, in planning and implementing that change, and sustaining the change to make this entire organizational change a success. Key important pointers while we are talking about change management, particularly with respect to the leader's role. Okay, how does he lead and influence others? How does he collaborate? How does he set the vision? And a very important one right at the center that you see: how does a leader build trust and demonstrate empathy? Because all of us know during any change situation, the organization is kind of clouded by a lot of ambiguity, and it is a leader's role at that point in time to be able to steer the organization and its employees through that ambiguity, through trust and a lot of empathy. The evaluation components, nothing different from what we have seen till now. An MCQ test, a descriptive component, projects around leadership. This one is interesting. In my previous classes, we have had fantastic project presentations by your seniors and super seniors who have picked up leaders from the corporate world, from business, from politics, from sports, from literature, and even Indian mythology, Greek mythology also. Class participation there, taking the total internal components to 60 and the end term 40, adding up to 100.